Rockefeller COVID Lockstep 2010, part 2 of 4, released a research strain at the Wuhan Institute of Virology itself and then blamed its release on a natural scapegoat as the wanted primary script. Wuhan Wet Market, November 2019. Exactly the same as the simulation referring to Event 201 in October 2019. Downplay the human-to-human transmission for as long as possible to allow the research strain to spread on a global scale before any country can lock down and respond to avoid initial infection. Once a country has seen infection in place, lock down incoming, outgoing travel. Remember they did that? Keep the transmission within the country spreading for as long as possible. Once enough people in the country region are infected, enact forced quarantines, isolation for that area, and expand the lockdown region slowly over time. Overhype the mortality rate by tying the research strain to deaths that have little to nothing to do with the actual virus to keep the fear and compliance at a maximum. If anyone dies for any reason and is found to have COVID, consider it a COVID death. And if anyone is thought to have maybe had symptoms of COVID, assume they have COVID and consider it a COVID death. Keep the public quarantines for as long as possible to destroy the region's economy, create civil unrest, break down the supply chain, and cause the start of mass food shortages, as well as cause people's immune system to weaken due to a lack of interaction with other people's bacteria, the outside world, aka the things that keep our immune system alert and active, also known as herd immunity. Downplay and attack any potential treatments and continue to echo that the only cure that is viable to fight the virus is the vaccine. Continue to drag out the quarantines over and over again in 2-week intervals, causing more and more people to eventually stand up and protest and defy them. There is a 2-week spellcasting CIE program involved in all that. Eventually end phase 1 quarantine once they get enough public pushback, expected in June 2020, and publicly state that they think it's too early to end the isolation, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I heard a few of the governors say pretty much exactly those same words verbatim. Once the public goes back to normal, wait a few weeks and continue to overhype the research strain mortality rate, August to September 2020, and combine it with the increase of deaths due to people dying from standard illnesses at a higher rate than normal due to having highly weakened immune systems from months of being in isolation, which legitimizes social distancing and nonstop mask wearing, as these people have highly weakened immune systems to help further pad the mortality rate and hype up the up-and-coming phase 2 lockdown.